Hey there, everybody. This is Ken with Covenant Gaming, and we are starting a brand new Euro Truck Simulator 2 career today. If you can see the map here on the screen, you might notice something a little unusual about it, that it is so small. Not many countries here, even though many of these countries have been released. Well, the premise of this career that I'm starting on here is that we are going to start from the beginning. We're going to start with the base game, and as we work our way through, we will be opening up each individual DLC as if they are being released. It should give it a nice sense of progression, I believe. It'll direct me to try and explore everything there is to see in all of this that has been created. So I have gone ahead and I've set up the profile already. I've set Frankfurt as our base of operations because it's kind of nice and in the middle here. So we're just going to sort of branch out from here. And from here, let's go ahead and run the quick little mission that they set us up with. And then we're going to talk about everything else that we're doing. All right. You'll see that we're in a nice Scania streamline. And looks like we're carrying some large things of concrete. All right. Let's go ahead and head out. So as you can see, the HUD is fairly minimal here. I got rid of all the GPS thing and all the tracker information and all that stuff that the UI gives you, and I've moved it all up to the top there. You can see at the screen there's a little minimal interface mod that I installed. There's really not many mods that I installed for this game. It's just the one to put the stuff up at the top, and another one that lets me install special mirrors in trucks if I want to, which is going to help visibility. I'm going to keep this game inside the cab. I'm going to stick to first person as much as possible. And because of that, because I don't have head tracking software or anything like that, I want to make it easy for me to be able to see my mirrors. Some of these trucks, it's difficult to see out the right-hand side. So some of my trucks I might install that. Maybe not. We'll see. But those are the only mods that I've installed for this game. Everything else is very vanilla. Maybe someday down the line we'll install some other things, but for now I like the idea of keeping it very basic and not complicating too many things. I kind of want to feature SCS as opposed to the mod community during this career. All right. We are also going to attempt to do advanced parking for everything as much as possible. I do like the challenge of it. If I'm not particularly great at parking, but I'm okay. But any really take forever parking jobs that I do, I'll probably edit it down so that you don't have to sit there and watch my pain. right. And with that, we get our measly 43 XP, and now we can move forward to our first job. So, let's go ahead and take a look at our first headquarters, which is very ghetto looking. Not a whole lot going on here, but, you know, we all start somewhere. It's very humble beginnings. Let's go ahead and find ourselves our first quick job. Since we do not own a truck yet, we need to go ahead and just run quick jobs until we can afford our first truck. So let's find something interesting that will start to unlock us some nice cities. All right, I think we'll go ahead and start with this boric acid going from Frankfurt to Cologne. It's something nice and short, nothing too long, so that we can get our feet underneath us. So let's grab that job. And the first thing we're going to want to do is take a look at the map and zoom in on here and try and find any icons that we need to pick up along the way. So you'll see all these little icons, these photographs, these question marks, which are truck dealers or employment agencies. You'll see these videos, which are movies, and what we're trying to do is pick up as many of these along the way as we can. We will get the rest of them. We'll get all of them eventually, but for now, let's go ahead and see about grabbing a couple of these right here, something that's a little easy. We can pick these up later. All right, and let's go ahead and head out. Let's take a look at what we've got. We've got ourselves a nice DAF truck with a, let's pull out a little bit. And now let's take a look at the truck. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Got a load of boric acid, so hopefully we don't spill this along the way. Let's get ourselves out onto the road, and then we will talk a little bit more about the plans for this channel. All right, and we are off. So let's talk a little bit more about the channel and why you might want to keep watching this. What am I doing that's different than every other ETS2 career that's out there, especially by people that are a little more well-known? You're just going to wait there for me? All right, thanks. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, so one of the more interesting things, one of the different things that I'm going to be doing is I sort of enjoy the historical side of what they do in these games. They show lots of... SCS tends to build a lot of landmarks into their different cities, and there are quite a lot of cities that they offer. And I like the history of all those places. Like every city's got its own little story. Every city's got its own interesting little factoids that you can learn about them. And my intention is to talk about those things as we're going to the different towns. I will be talking about interesting things I read. If I see something that I didn't look up ahead of time, because I'll do some research to try and make these things a little better researched. Anything that we see that's interesting that I haven't mentioned, I'll pop up something on the screen about it. Maybe some pictures or other little facts. But that's one of the things that I'll be doing along the way. I'm also going to be learning how to be a better YouTube presenter. If you look at my channel, you'll see that I have some other videos from American Truck Simulator that I was working on for a little while. I think those were going pretty good, but I'm still learning. I'm getting more comfortable with being on camera, with how to talk, how to be entertaining. So I'm kind of hoping that you guys will join me in growing the channel, getting improvements, maybe letting me know what I could do better, what I could do, what I'm doing that is good, keeping things interesting. I kind of like the idea of the progression. I was thinking about how I wanted to handle this. I was like, well, do I just do I do a run using pro mods or something? Do I do just the vanilla map? What do I do here? And I tend to be kind of a when it comes to exploration, I'm a bit of an completionist. I'm not going to be getting every single road that there is on these maps. I'm not going for 100% completion on the road network or anything like that. But the idea of visiting every single city, uncovering all the truck dealers, all the agencies, employed agencies, all the pictures, all the videos, all that kind of stuff is sort of appealing. And my little bit of OCD requires me to do it in some sort of a organized pattern. So I thought, oh well, since I started playing Euro Truck Simulator several years after it first came out, I never got to really experience it as things were being released. So I do own all the DLC. I own everything except for the some of the paint jobs. They got a lot of paint jobs in here that you can buy, and sometimes I pick those up when things are on sale, but for the most part I don't touch those. But I do own all the other DLC. I own all the maps, all the cargo expansions, the tuning packages, the trailers, things like that. And right now I have everything installed except for the map DLCs. So heavy cargo, special cargo missions, they're all going to be on here, but the maps won't. And what that's going to let me do is that's going to let me kind of experience the map as SCS did their releases. Now, I'm not rolling back the version of this or anything like that, so what we're seeing on this base map is different than what originally came out. SCS has gone back and redone much of this base map since it first came out, so we're seeing all the new content on this map, but it'll let us unlock cities as SCS release them. So what we'll do is we'll start, like for here, we're in Germany right now. We're going to start in Germany and we're going to work our way out. We're going to discover all the cities. We're going to turn over all the icons. We're going to learn all kinds of interesting things about all the different places we go. And then when we finish finding all the cities in Germany and UK and what the Netherlands are in here, Switzerland, there's quite a few countries that are on this map. When we finish exploring all those, we will then unlock the first DLC that came out, which I believe was Going East. Going East was the first DLC released, and then we will continue in that same manner all the way until current time. Right now, the last DLC that released was the Western Balkans, I think that's what it's called. And I think Greece is going to be the next one that's getting released. I can't quite remember offhand. I'll look it up. But so we will work through all of those as they release, which I think should be pretty fun. And we should learn a lot along the way. So hopefully you guys enjoy this premise. You let me know what you think about the idea, and we'll go. So I also, for this profile, I also went in and I reset all the achievements. I never had all the achievements anyway, but I had a lot of achievements from the other DLCs because I have been playing for a little while. But I wanted to reset all those so that this profile could be as much from scratch as possible. So you'll be pointing out achievements that we uncover. I don't know how much I'm going to try and do all achievements as we go through. We'll pick some up. Maybe as we're doing more and more episodes, we'll have episodes where we work on specific achievements or things like that. That's a little more up in the air about what I'm going to do exactly. So we'll figure that out as we go along. Right now, it's just the maps unlocking and the trivia, which I will not have any trivia this episode. Maybe I'll pop up some interesting things. But I kind of figured this would be just an introduction episode, so we won't talk too much about history. As far as the rules that I'm going to put in place for myself, like I said, I don't have any mods except for that one that puts the HUD up on the top of the screen. I like to keep this lower section as clutter-free as possible. And we discovered Cologne. And a mod that lets me install like camera mirrors in trucks. It lets me kind of see these corners a little bit easier. I may actually not even use those. I'm finding it not too hard to swing back and forth and look at both these mirrors as we're driving, so I might not use that. I will be keeping myself inside the cab. I'm going to try to make this as much of a realistic driving as possible. The only time I'm going to pop myself out is maybe if there's something interesting that I want to show. I might pop out to show something interesting. When I'm parking, I will allow myself to pop out, kind of to simulate looking around the parking lot a little bit, getting an idea of where I'm supposed to park, seeing there. But when I'm actually parking, I will stay inside the cab and stick to using the mirrors. Which, as I said, it's actually been a little while since I played this, so I have to remember how to park and everything. I'll get used to it and be okay with it eventually, but right now, yeah, I edited it out, but that quick job that we just did, the parking was wretched. Maybe I'll pop some times up on the screen so you can see how poorly I'm doing. But yeah, so we're gonna just kind of keep doing that. We'll go ahead and catch up as we get a little bit closer. We're not too far from our destination right now. So looks like they are building some skyscrapers here in Cologne. This is actually pretty cool. We got another one over here. That's actually pretty darn cool. Some kind of parking garage. That's not a parking garage. It's just another big building that's all going up. So a lot of construction happening here. And we are taking a quick detour. If you look at the GPS down there, you can see that little question mark right there. So we're gonna, as I said, we're gonna uncover these as we can, so that we eventually get them all on the map. This is going to either be a truck dealer or a employment agency. Truck dealers will allow you to buy the different types of truck, the different manufacturers. Right now we have Scania unlocked because that's what I chose as my starter truck, as my, you pick a model of truck at the beginning and they unlock a truck dealer for you. But we want to unlock all the others so that we can eventually get all the different trucks and all that. Other than the truck dealers, the employment agencies are important because as you start to buy more garages and hire other drivers, the more employment agencies that we have, the better choice we have for people that we can hire. We can get higher skilled workers, all that. So it's in our interest to uncover as many of these as we can. And as you saw, that was in fact an employment agency. So we grabbed that. We also have a photo opportunity that we're going to be passing in a couple of minutes, and we'll go ahead and catch up when we get closer to there. Alright, and we have ourselves a photo op right up here. You see the little photo icon on the GPS, and it looks to be that building right over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop out to photo mode, and we are going to get ourselves a picture of this. And now what is that? That is Cologne Messe. Oh boy, I'm going to butcher all this, so any of our European viewers, I am going to apologize ahead of time for butchering all these names, but Cologne Messe Station. So let's go ahead and take a picture of that. That's pretty cool. I don't know anything about this. Maybe it is actually, let's pop up a little bit and see. Do we see any train tracks or something? I'm going to guess it's a train station or a bus station of some sort, but I don't know. I'm going to pop some info up on the screen. As I said, I like the trivia, so as I'm putting this video together, I'm going to look up a couple of things about that place, and I'm going to throw them up on the screen for you to read about. So right out in front of us there is a garage that we can buy. I'm not sure if I will work to buy every single garage in the game. That's an awful lot of money and an awful lot of time. So we'll see about that. But I will be expanding the empire and working out to be a big empire with. Oh, jeez, nope, that was too early. Let's get ourselves over here. Yeah, we're gonna build this up to be a good size empire with a lot of trucks, a lot of drivers, so we can once we get enough money together, we can start having some fun screwing around a little bit and seeing what we can see. Right, and here we are at our destination. This is really tight in here. Let's pull in here and see what kind of parking it's going to give us. All right, so that's not too bad. We should be able to take care of that. And oh boy. Actually, no, they made it a giant pain in the butt by putting that truck right there. All right, we're going to need to turn this around and come at it from the other angle. Because the back end of that truck, is hanging right over where we need to be. So let's go ahead and pull a U-ey. This angle, which is going to make it a little harder because that is the blind side. All right, so as I said, I'm going to pop out and see where we need to go. And, okay. Go forward a little bit more. And here we go. Like I said, I will edit this down so you do not have to watch all of it. But I will let you know how badly I did, which I can tell you right now is going to be pretty bad. Whew. All right. That was painful. That was extremely difficult. It had like 3 or 4 different things you had to work your way around. So yeah, like I said, I edited all that out. You do not want to watch that. That was very painful. All right, well, we got ourselves up to level 2, and we get to go ahead and choose a skill point. So my thought for skill points, my strategy here is that I want to unlock all the different types of jobs that we can do. I will start with long distance because this is going to let us do longer missions and give us experience for all those. The more you put into here, the longer missions and the longer jobs that will start appearing. I don't want super long missions right off the bat. I want to keep these episodes not too long, so I don't see a lot of long drives happening, at least in the short term. The first point, though, I always put into here just so that we can start unlocking something that's a little more interesting. After that, we are going to, the next 3 points are going to go into high value, fragile, and just in time. I'm not a big just in time job fan, but I will put one to each of these to unlock all 3 of those, and then I think we'll start working through the different different licenses to bring explosives and all that kind of stuff along with us, and then we'll go back to maybe some more long distance or whatever. Eco driving, yeah, that's just saving money on gas. It's unbelievably useless. So that will be the very last thing. That'll be the last 6 points that we put into this thing. But that should, let's go ahead and apply that point there. that should take care of our first job, and we will finish up our first episode here. Like I said, I am just getting started. I'm just getting comfortable with this. I'm hoping to put things out on a somewhat regular basis. I will, I ask for you to be patient with me as I get a little more comfortable on camera and a little more better with my jibber jabber. Right now, there's a lot of ums and uhs and dead air and not sure what to say. But my hope is that these will improve over time, and maybe we'll start to pick up more viewers along the way. In the meantime, I would ask for you to like, subscribe, and leave comments. All those engagement things really do help with YouTube promoting this to other people. If nobody's watching and nobody's engaging, then it gets really, really difficult for me to get views, and YouTube will just start forgetting about the channel, and we don't want that to happen. So until next time, this is Ken with Covenant Gaming. Saying see you later.